Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be running through the Logitech Signature K650 software. We're going to run through what some of the shortcuts actually do on this keyboard and how to make the most of it and really improve your experience with it. Now, if you haven't seen my review video on this keyboard, I did create that as well. I'll leave that down in the description below. So with that being said, let's hop on the computer and jump into the software. First thing you want to do is actually get the software. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and type in Logitech options. And then what you do is you go to their website, Logitech options, and then you download the software. You can do this on either Windows or Mac. So go ahead and install it and then open up the software. And then it should look something like this. This is the Logitech options software, and it's going to show all of the products you have connected. Right now I have my M720 mouse, the MX Keys keyboard, and this one here, which is the Signature 650. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and then you can see what keys are actually customizable. So by default, these are going to be soundtracks up here. So it's going to be previous, play, pause, next. And then on the upper right here, you're going to have mute, unmute. You're going to have volume adjustments. And those are going to be the upper buttons. Now on the bottom here, these are going to be, kind of as they say. So brightness over here, mission control. This is what opens all of your apps up on Mac. Launchpad, dictation, which is where you can type with voice instead of typing it out on your keyboard. Emoji menu, really helpful if you're someone who likes to use emojis. Screen capture, so this is going to be nice if you want to take screenshots. Mute and unmute mic. This is different from the volume, the mute up here. This is mute speaker, but this is mute microphone. Next we have the back, which is for your browser, refresh, new browser tab, close browser tab, settings menu. If you push the settings button, what you're going to get is it's going to open up your like Apple settings. This is print, calculator, show high desktop, search, and brightness up and down. So these are all of the default settings. And I'd suggest just keeping them like this by default, but where you can really customize them and make them actually useful for whatever app you're using is by customizing them based on what app you're actually using. So in my case, I do a lot of video editing, so I'm going to go ahead and do Final Cut Pro. If you want to add a different app, what you do is you click Add Application up here. It's going to show all of the apps on your keyboard, and you can go ahead and add custom shortcuts when the application is open. For me, I do use Final Cut Pro a lot, so I'm going to click that. And now if I, for example, push the settings button, maybe I can have this as like a shortcut. I can do a keyboard shortcut, and I can go in and type in maybe like Command B. And this could act as, that's how you cut a video clip in Final Cut Pro. And just to demonstrate how this works exactly, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right here. So if I click here and I push the settings button, it went ahead and it sliced the music file right here. And I can go ahead and push that button again on the clip, and I sliced the video clip as well. So whatever apps you like to use and whatever shortcuts you use most often, I would definitely recommend adding them to here, especially if they're like gonna save you like 3, 4, 5 seconds every time, because it's much easier to click these keys than it is to try to remember shortcuts. One of my favorite keys to customize would be the ones on the corner here, just because it's so easy to access. It's right next to your mouse. You can just quickly click the lock button, and then that can quickly access one of your shortcuts. So I would definitely recommend utilizing this lock button as well as this upper row when using specific applications. Now if we hop over to the settings menu, you can see some other things here like what the software version is. Here we have version 76. If we scroll down a little more here, if you click F1 or F2, it'll actually click F1 and F2, or you can check it and it's going to press the shortcuts instead, or rather vice versa. I'm going to go ahead and keep mine off because I'd prefer to use the shortcuts instead of the F1 keys. Now this here is if you're using a Mac, it's going to give you the Mac layout of the keyboard, and if you're using Windows, it's going to be configured to work more like a Windows keyboard. So definitely go ahead and check this if you're on Mac, and if you're on Windows, uncheck it. And then if you scroll down, you can go ahead and actually save these settings by logging into the software, and then when you log in on another computer, the settings will be saved to the application and not to the keyboard. And then down here you have factory reset if you just want to reset the keyboard for whatever reason, and then if you want to remove it from your device. And then if we go back here to the keys, you can see also there is a battery level here. It shows where you're at. And that's pretty much the software in a nutshell. It's not that complicated. The main thing here to keep in mind are these shortcuts. You can use custom shortcuts like by clicking this custom shortcut key, or you can use some of the pre-made shortcut keys here. So you can do things like lookup. This is like a search for Mac. This is backwards or forward. This is home, input language. There's a lot of pre-made ones here that are built into the Mac computer. And if you're using Windows, the preset shortcuts are going to look a little bit different. So I hope this video was helpful for you and it helped you understand how to actually use the software. If you have any questions on how the software or keyboard actually work, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And also, if you haven't seen my review on the Signature 650 keyboard, go ahead and watch that. I'm going to leave that down in the comments below to give you a better understanding on what I actually think about this keyboard and whether it's worth it or not. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave your like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.